Hello, Leslie. What are you doing right now?
I have a day off today, so I'm currently at the hospital. Is something the matter?
You're not working? My, how lucky to get a day off in the middle of the week, while Kennedy's still working, no less. Aren't you at least a little bit ashamed?
I'm working hard every other day, Mrs. Roberts. What can I do for you?
Neither you nor Kennedy have been coming over to visit us these days. Mind telling me what's up with that?
We don't get many chances to visit, and recently we've both gotten busier with our jobs, work piling on and all.
That's just an excuse, isn't it?
It's not, I assure you.
You seriously can't make some time to see me and my husband? See, this is exactly why I despise women near 40 without any children. It's like you don't feel responsible. You're just saying work this and work that when you're just running, aren't you? Anyone would agree that load of BS is just a good excuse to explain why you don't have children.
But it's not like that at all, you see. It brings me sadness that you would think that way, but we will visit you whenever we can, I promise.
And when would that be, precisely? You do have your day off today. You get over here right this instant.
Right this instant? I'm still at the hospital, Mrs. Roberts. In addition, it does take about an hour and a half to get to where you live. I also have some other plans later on in the day, so I'm afraid today will be difficult.
Ugh, excuses again?
These are not excuses, Mrs. Roberts.
I wonder how we can live together if this keeps up.
What? We don't have any plans to live together, Mrs. Roberts.
Give it some time, and you won't be able to say that sentence anymore.
What do you mean?
You see, dear, we've decided to reform our entire house.
Oh, is that so? I didn't know about that.
It's going to be a big project, and the house will be bigger when it's done. Aren't you excited?
Yes, I'm very excited. When will the reforming start?
We're still discussing that, but once the construction's finished, I thought we could live together.
What?
It's scheduled to finish sometime next year, so you'll have plenty of time to get ready, right?
Mrs. Roberts, could you refrain from deciding stuff for us, if you please? Like I said, we don't have plans to live with you. Not to mention the fact that our jobs are so far away from your home.
Kennedy can commute to work by car, and you can just quit your own job. You aren't doing much of anything in any case. A businesswoman approaching 40. Ugh, what a cliché.
I have no intention of quitting, Mrs. Roberts. It's a technical job, after all. I get guaranteed leave, so I have no wishes to stop working just because I have days off.
That's irrelevant, my dear Leslie. You and Kennedy are coming to live with us, and that's final.
That will only make things worse for us, Mrs. Roberts. Plus, doesn't Miss Olivia live with you at home? You already have a younger adult living with you. Isn't that enough?
For now, sure.
What? Is Miss Olivia going to move out or something?
What are you on about? She's not going anywhere. That girl's coming with us when we move. But in the event something happens to us, you're going to take care of her after all, so without you living under the same roof, it's rather inconvenient, wouldn't you agree?
What exactly are you saying, Mrs. Roberts?
Huh?
We are going to take care of Miss Olivia?
But of course you are. Kennedy is Olivia's only brother, and they have to support each other, wouldn't you agree?
I doubt that's what Kennedy would want, Mrs. Roberts. And I think you know about this. Kennedy doesn't particularly like his sister.
Oh, that's only superficial nonsense. Either that or he's just saying that it's you he's talking to. They are family, no doubt about that, and they must help each other out.
Forgive me, but I beg to differ. But in any case, we already have so much on our own plate, we can't help Miss Olivia in any way. She's not even working, despite all of her credit card loans. There's no way we can help her.
That's exactly what family's for, Leslie. Olivia's your sister too now, isn't she?
I'm sorry, but I've never thought of her as my sister.
The heck? Then what was she in your eyes this whole time?
Only that there's someone else living in your house. We've only met like twice since Kennedy and I got married. And she spends most of her time secluded in her room, doesn't she?
That girl's a hard-working academic. Her room's filled to the brim with books. Unlike you, an unintelligent, broke woman, she reads her time away.
I read books too, Mrs. Roberts. The only difference is that I can only buy books I can afford with everything else.
Oh, shut the hell up. You're going to live with us very soon, so I suggest you get comfortable with Olivia.
Mrs. Roberts, I'm going to be clear here. We're not going to live with you.
And during the reforming, my husband and I are going to visit other relatives.
I see.
But they say they really don't have the space for Olivia and can't make any more room. So I'll say my thanks now. So it's done.
Wait, what? Don't tell me you're entrusting us with her.
Is that such a bad thing?
It's just not possible. We can't take care of that kind of dead weight.
Why? Aren't you a cruel human being? Choose your words wisely before you say them. What do you mean by dead weight?
I think I can speak for your other relatives when I say so, but it will only be a huge bother for Kennedy and I, so let's put a pin in this.
It's already settled, and Olivia's getting ready under the pretense she's moving in with you. She'll head over next month, or maybe the next. Take good care of her.
Are you not understanding what I'm saying? We don't have the space for her books, assuming she brings any.
When it's finished, the house will become Olivia's dream home, you know, and you'll be living in it too. Maybe you should ask her for the arrangements.
What? Her dream home?
The second floor will pretty much be her study, you see. We're planning to install a lot of bookcases.
And how do you propose Kennedy and I live there with those plans in mind?
Let's live happily together on the first floor. We'll install a private bathroom for Olivia too.
This is unbelievable. You're really going to let your own daughter live out her life as a recluse?
It's Olivia's life. She decides how to live it. She's our adorable daughter after all.
And yet you accuse me, a childless spouse approaching 40, that I'm only using work as an excuse to not have children. What about Olivia? She's 44 right now, isn't she? There's no way she's going to get married, and she hasn't worked a proper job in over 10 years, right?
She had a proper job up until 10 years ago. Isn't that good enough?
And I never told you the reason why I'm at the hospital. I'm actually expecting a baby.
What? Really?
I was going to tell you after I had a proper examination. It's a shame it turned out this way.
Oh, how marvelous! All the more reason for living together, isn't it? You're finally having a baby! Oh, I can finally see my first grandchild.
Not in a million years will we live with you.
What? Why?
We can't live in a newly reformed house with the second floor a haven for a recluse. With our darling baby, you see. And also it's another thing to live on the first floor with our family, with Mr. Roberts and with you, while Olivia gets the whole damn second floor to herself.
A child changes everything, Leslie. I'll have a chat with Olivia and see if we can reach a compromise.
In either case, we're not living with you. We have no intention of taking care of Olivia either.
How heartless of you. Kennedy would never say such nasty things.
And also, Kennedy and I are planning to build a house of our own.
What? Really?
We were worried that we couldn't help you in the event you're not doing so well, so we were thinking if we build a little bit closer to home. I'm starting to think it's a lost cause.
You were thinking about that for us?
Yes, on the condition that you make Olivia independent, but that won't seem possible anyway.
I want to live with my grandchild, too. I've been waiting 3 long years for a grandchild, you know.
Perhaps you should be hopeful to see Olivia's child. Since she's so important to you, you're willing to reform your whole house for her sake. Well, first she has to touch some grass if you want her to get married and have children. She isn't so much dead weight for me and for Kennedy. Perhaps oversized piece of trash is a more accurate description. How about you start by making her stop asking for credit card loans? Leslie felt like she'd gone a little too far with what she said, but Kennedy praised her, saying great job when she told him what happened. Later on, Kennedy himself contacted Mrs. Roberts and told her that the plan to build the house closer to home was scrapped, and they would be instead building even further away. He also told her that unless Olivia became independent, even when the baby was born, Mrs. Roberts would never see it. Chloe, my mother-in-law, was enraged, scolding her son for insulting his own sister that way. But George, my father-in-law, agreed that although he did love his daughter very much, she couldn't live like this anymore, and he told us he'd ask her to find her own place. But then Olivia flew into a tantrum and nearly destroyed the entire house. The police had to get involved to stop her. Now Leslie and Kennedy are apparently searching for ways to cut ties with Olivia.
Hey, Liam, you got a second?
Huh?
No, not huh. I'm your boss. Maybe act a little concerned when I talk to you.
What is it? I can talk a little more carefully, but it's kind of weird to talk like I'm concerned when I'm not concerned about anything you have to say to me.
You need to be careful. I've been at this company for a lot longer than you.
I'm seriously tired of all these boomers who are acting like they're so amazing because they've worked here for so long. So, what is it? There, are you happy? I'm concerned. And keep it short if you don't mind.
I'm your direct boss. And so as much as I don't want to, my job is to manage you. About your attitude. A lot of other employees aren't really enjoying your attitude, and some are even complaining. It's not just free complaints either. There are quite a few. I'm really hoping you'll change your behavior.
What? What are you talking about, my attitude and behavior?
When we're having a conference with Global Para United, you're acting pretty terrible towards the other company's sales rep. When you behave like that, you put our company and our jobs on the line. You came into our department earlier this spring, but we've been working with GPU and their sales rep for quite a long time now. Please, be on your best behavior and try not to be rude to him anymore.
What? I didn't do anything wrong. That clown graduated from some no-name college. And yet here he is with a second-rate degree. Coming to presentations with a huge corporation like ours, I'm actually impressed that he has the audacity to do that. I just told him how I really felt about him. I'm sure he didn't have an understanding of the items he was actually selling. So I just tested him a little bit.
Yeah, and the sales rep was answering your questions with no flaws. That person works really hard. We actually have reviewed him and told his company that we love him as our rep. Because of that man, we were able to enjoy our fresh supply of pears, so please do not act like that in front of him again.
You're really texting me that right now? You must have had a lot of free time on your hands.
When I try to talk to you in person, you scurry away like a child.
Oh, come on, I wasn't running away. You always just come and talk to me right as I was about to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, that's not my problem.
Because how could GPU even send us a low-life, poor-educated man? That company must be pretty rotten. They should go under and take their stupid pears with them.
You better cut it out. After looking at how you've been working, it's pointless to talk about their education background.
Huh? You literally didn't even go to college, Steven. And here you are telling me, who went to a huge college, what to do. You're going to tell me what to do? You really should rethink your actions and what they mean.
I just told you it's not about educational history or background.
Look, let me tell you. The only person who can talk about educational background and history and how none of it matters are people who have a good educational background. In other words, you, Steven, can't tell me anything about education, capiche? Don't act like you're so damn special just because you started working here sooner than I did. Besides, I'm not like you and the other grunts. I'm the executive manager's son. My mom is the CEO's niece. I was promised an executive position when I started working here. I'm not like you who's gonna be used up like a company pawn. and eventually disappear into some random third-rate company. We're completely different animals, you and I. Now, if you understand that point, please shut up and support me without any more complaints. So what? You're my boss and I answer to you. I'm going to be giving you orders real soon. So you better start kissing my ass for your own good.
I'm just giving you some advice, some common sense. I wish you'd use that brilliant brain of yours before you do anything.
Why are you acting like you're so smart? You work some dead-end management position with no college degree. Don't tell me what to do. I was born elite, do you understand me? I'm not like you, Steven. You need to stay where you belong and act accordingly. You just support your elite overlords.
Are you sure you should be talking like that?
What?
After you left earlier, we were all talking about something in the office.
What?
You really don't know, do you? The executive manager is being accused of sexual harassment and adultery.
What? What are you talking about? My dad would never do such a thing.
Apparently, one of the new hires spoke out about it. HR is doing their research about it. Apparently, he's being quite interested in a lot of the new hires, and now they're about to punish him because there are too many complaints.
What? There's no way.
The CEO is pretty ticked off too. He was angry that he would use his position of power to abuse newly hired women.
My dad wouldn't do that.
And the person who was spurring on the new hires to spend time around your dad, yeah, that was you, wasn't it?
Huh? What are you talking about?
You would call up the newly hired women and had them talk to your father on purpose, right? He's kind of a piece of work, to put it nicely, too. But you're also kind of a piece of shit, huh?
You don't even have any proof of that. Don't start talking trash. I was asked by my father to give special instruction to the new hires. I just asked them individually while in private. I figured that since my father was calling them up, that they would be really nervous. I just acted as a middle-aged man is all.
So, you're gonna take the stance that you don't know it all?
He hasn't done any kind of sexual harassment. He's my dad.
You realize that over 10 of the female employees have all grouped together to file for sexual harassment, right?
You're kidding, right?
Yeah, the executive manager? He's gonna be screwed.
That's not true. Mom would never believe that crap either. I'm the son of my mom, who is the niece of the CEO. My status doesn't change.
I hope so, for your sake.
What? What do you mean?
This whole thing. Apparently the CEO is on a punishment as well.
What?
Apparently a lot of the executives are gonna be cleaned out.
There's no way that's true. Stop spreading false rumors about this.
Maybe you should go home. Talk to your parents, the source of all this, right? This is all I can tell you about this anyway. I gotta go talk to HR about how you've been working anyway.
How I've been working? Why?
I told you I was your direct manager. Yes, yours truly. The guy with no college degree. This whole sexual harassment thing has brought your termination or suspension as a potential course of action, so I was called up to report on your regular workplace behavior. I finally get to give a detailed review.
My workplace behavior? Wait a second. I worked hard every day, right? I did what I was told to. I worked harder than anyone else in the office.
I mean, you did work fairly hard, but I've warned you time and time again about your behavior. But you've never gotten better. You almost ruined our relationship with one of our oldest clients. I remember the whole conversation that took place with the GPU sales rep. I don't think I can let that kind of thing fly. I told you about it and warned you as a sort of final warning, but apparently it wasn't useful at all.
What are you gonna report about me?
For starters, is that really how you should be talking to your boss?
Sorry, sir. Please don't say anything bad in your review. I would have a really difficult time finding another job if I'm fired.
Yeah, I know. Before you're able to start work here because of your connections. You couldn't find a job at all. You were a NEET for 2 years, right?
How the hell did you know about that? How did you hear such a thing, sir?
I know about my employees. It's pretty incredible, really. You went to such a prestigious university but couldn't find a job. I think that's actually pretty tough to do.
I don't want you, who never went to university, to tell me how difficult it was, sir.
I don't know how many times I have to tell you. It has nothing to do with educational history. I am literally your boss. I wanted to leave a good review for you, but I don't think that's gonna be possible. Sorry about that, Liam.
What? Hang on, please, hang on a second! I'll apologize for everything I've done up until this point. Please don't talk to HR and tell them all the bad things about me. I'm sure the thing with my dad is some kind of mistake, and once we can prove that, I think everything will just go back to normal. Can you just hang on a second?
I don't need to wait. No matter what happens to the executive or the CEO, what I can do as your boss is report exactly what kind of attitude you had during your work hours.
Hang on a second, I'll be more careful with how I talk to people, and I'll make a formal apology to the sales rep. I finally found a girlfriend! When I told her that I worked here, she seemed to really think highly of me, so I really don't want to quit this job. I really don't want to lose this girl!
I don't really care about your private life.
I even have a family, too! I even have a girlfriend right now! How could you abandon me like that? Maybe you should think about taking care of your employees. Do you have any kind of mercy at all? Or is it just because I went to a famous university? You must be some kind of jealous, huh?
I don't really care about your college at all. Everyone you've been taunting up until this point, me, the sales rep from GPU, we all have families too. Everyone you've ever looked down on and treated accordingly have important people in their lives. You really shouldn't have focused on your parents' title or some kind of education you paid your way through. You should have focused on your personality instead. Well, I didn't know you for long, but goodbye.
Hang on, I'm treating you with respect. Feel special.
Yeah, that's incredible.
You don't mean that at all.
Yeah, you're kind of just a bother at this point. I'll talk to you once you're at work. If you still have a chance to talk, that is. After that incident, a lot of different crimes started showing up that the executive and his son were involved in. The executive cabinet were all being swapped out. Liam was able to avoid being prosecuted, but as a result of the honest reportings from Mr. Stephen, he was going to be moved away to a factory that was far from corporate. He started working as a sales rep there and ended up stumbling into the sales rep from GPU. He tried to apologize, but because of Liam, the relationship with GPU was pretty bad. The factory had closed down as a result. It's important to treat everyone you come across with respect, no matter who you are or who they are.